Sol just got wrecked. But hold on, before you hit that unsubscribe button, there's a glimmer of hope. The charts have started to show some bullish signs. Hit that like button, smash that notification bell. Let's dive into the charts, analyze the latest Solana news, and see if this is the buying opportunity that you've been waiting for. This video is going to be lit, so buckle up, get ready for some informed decisions about your Solana holdings. Let's get into it. So Solana did crash down over 44%. Okay, this spans from the 18th of March to the 13th of April. However, since this move to the downside, across the crypto market, Solana has started to see a little bit of recovery. Okay, we have seen a bit of a move to the upside for Solana, coming in at the point of recording this video, 37.35%. It has been pretty significant. Now, as we can see here on this daily time frame for Solana, which is paired up with USDT, we actually have crossed down lower than the 50 exponential moving average. That is our blue line that is going through here. It's also lower than our yellow line. That is the 50 simple moving average. But one of the big takeaways about this daily time frame is that the daily 200 EMA remains lower than the current price action. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The 200 exponential moving average is your trend filter. Whilst the price is above that, we should remain bullish on Solana. Okay, let's take a look at where this is positioned in the charts. So for Solana, our 200 exponential moving average is $110, and we have found pretty decent support levels down here at $115. This is showing us with some great strength in the price action of Solana, and we could still continue to rally on up higher. You'll also note, according to Smart Money Concepts, that this area is the equilibrium. This is basically 50% area between the discounted range on lower in the price chart and the premium range higher in the price chart. Okay, at the moment we remain in a bullish Smart Money Concept structure for Solana, and this hasn't changed. The last change of characterization we actually saw was quite a way off. It was all the way down here, happening at July 13th, 2023. Okay, so we know that everything that's happened in between are these break of structures to confirm our bullish sentiment here for Solana. Okay, so everything's actually turning up okay. We shouldn't be terribly too concerned. Now, if price action were to drop down lower than the 200 EMA, then I think we have some ground for concern. I do want to kind of stress, though, there are some fundamental points of analysis here that we need to consider, because it might not be the perfect time to be buying up Solana. We might still see some slippage to the downside. As we can see, if I draw a trend line on here, we are finding ourselves in the position of lower highs, and we also have lower lows coming in here as well. Okay, until we can kind of break out of these patterns and get back above not only the 50 exponential moving average, but also the 50 simple moving average, and above our trend line here, we are still going to have that bearish outlook just a little bit. Now, if we go ahead and also use the Fibonacci retracement tool to help us understand how deep of a retracement we had, it helps us anchor in whether or not we should be concerned about further room to the downside. And here we can see that we do have a little bit of concern going on with the idea of a potential 5-wave move to the downside. Okay, this would be defined as a trend according to Elliott wave theory. Now, for this to change, we would have to see the price action rally up higher than $162.45. Anything higher than $162.45 is going to break the idea of this movement to the downside. Okay, so we know that we are in bearish times. We do have lower highs and lower lows. However, a breakout for Solana above $162.45 will basically tell us and confirm that Solana is in just a short-term corrective move on a potential rally towards its $200 target. So it does look like there's a lot of potential for Solana to continue this corrective move to the downside. However, I think there's a higher probability right now that we actually start to see a bit more of a push to the upside, breaking out of that potential bearish pattern to the downside and actually starting to work itself towards the $200 level. Now, this might be a bit of a shock to some people in the space who still do not fully understand some of the technical technical elements that I've been talking about in today's video. The exponential moving average, the simple moving average, and the trend lines are all pretty simple tools that are used in pretty much most people's analysis. However, smart money concepts and Elliott wave theory can be a little bit more complex. So I do urge you guys to go ahead and jump down into our free Discord, linked in the description down below. There are plenty of resources down there to help you understand what I'm talking about in these videos. So let's go ahead and jump on over into the news for Solana. What is going on with Solana news, and is it going to have an impact on price action? Solana's price is surging with the market, and whispers of over $200 by April's end are swirling around. Is this a fleeting pump, or is this a solid breakout? Well, in the news, we see that Solana is forecasted as the market surges to hit around $200 by the end of April. Now, this is an interesting piece. It talks about the potential movement of Sol up a little bit higher in line with the relative strength index and a few different things that are going on. Now, it's really interesting as it has a span that's fluctuated essentially between $130 and $157 in the last week. The question is, can it get that breakout that I was discussing on the technical analysis just moments ago? Can we break out of this bearish movement that it's found itself in on the smaller timeframes with that idea of rallying up towards $200? There are definitely a lot of reasons and a lot of thought processes out there in the general market indicating that yes, there's potential recovery here for Solana. But I do want to kind of stress that there's many different things going on in the market that could also prevent it. Right outside of Solana and some of the things that are going on with Solana, we might actually find that there is actually a little bit more room to the downside. And I would say that that's more of an opportunity than a concern, because one of the things I'm very confident on the larger timeframes is a big, fantastic run and rally, price surge, however you want to articulate it, to the upside for Solana and for many altcoins crossing then spanning the entire crypto market. So although things in terms of technical indicators are a little bit hit and miss, I do think if we did dollar cost average any potential move to the downside, the long-term plays here are pretty clear. A fantastic run up towards new all-time highs, I think, for Solana in the coming months. You can let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments down below. Have you noticed the network lagging? Well, fret not. The Solana devs have deployed fixes straight to the mainnet to deal with all that congestion. The question is this the end of those laggy transactions, and will Solana finally hit warp speed? So the Solana developers have successfully pushed a series of fixes to address the network congestion. On April 15th, Solana urged validators to update to version 1.17.31, a version that changes how certain validators are treated depending on their stake. Further fixes will be shipped in the coming weeks, including a new scheduler that will be disabled by default. This is fantastic news for the Solana ecosystem. This congestion that we've seen most recently with the surge of meme coins and everything else that's going on the Solana ecosystem can be very troublesome for many people. And so if we can finally see the end of those laggy transactions, I think this is fantastic for Solana going further forward and will play a critical role in the price appreciation. It means that we're going to be able to see more transactions through the network without any of that buggy congestion. This means that we're going to see more transactions, more volume, and more fantastic reasons for transaction fees and for people to buy and hold and transact on the Solana ecosystem with the Sol token. Ultimately, I think this is a fantastic step forward, and it does mean that we're likely to see the continuation of the fantastic run that we have seen so far for Solana into those fantastic new all-time highs that I've been talking about earlier in the video. The question is, how long will it take for those further updates to come? And is this something that you've noticed already? Let me know in the comments below if you're still experiencing laggy transactions when it comes to the Solana ecosystem. From fundamental development changes like the bug fixes all the way through to new projects launching on Solana, there's a lot to offer. Solana's stoner meme project Slothana raises over $15 million in ICO, and it's only got 6 days left to buy. This is really interesting. We've seen a lot of momentum when it comes to Solana meme coins, and the latest one is showing no signs of wavering. Ultimately, Solana seems to be a fantastic fantastic chain for meme coins, along with some other ecosystems as well that are up and coming. It does look like $15 million in an ICO phase so far for Solana is going to be a fantastic starting position. And this could mean that we're likely to see this particular altcoin rally very, very hard off the gate. Let's take a look at some of the details of what's going on here. Prepare for a moonshot as we ready the engines of the Sloth ship. With the launch just around the corner, our slothful crew is gearing up for an epic journey through the crypto cosmos. Buckle up and hold on to your branches because there's just 6 days to go. Now, I'm really interested. Is this a project that you guys have been investing in? Is this one that you're really looking forward to the launch? Let me know in the comments below. This is not one that I've seen before, but it does look like it's going to have some massive, massive potential to it when it does launches. Like I said, 6 days to go. This is just around the corner. Now, Solana post Bitcoin halving analysts are banking on the fact that the past 3 Bitcoin halvings have historically caused market-wide bull runs to suggest that 2024 could be very profitable year for basically crypto fans. And really, altcoins or meme coins like Solana here are poised to take advantage of some of that fantastic run and money that's going to be pouring into the crypto space over the next few months. This is one that I may actually have to dip my toe into as a bit of a gamble. Obviously, we don't normally invest in meme coins on the channel. There are, of course, a few and a handful of exceptions to that, and I think Solana might just be one of those. But like everything good, there's also some negativity. $26.7 million gone. 12 now defunct projects raised over $26.7 million by the way of controversial fundraising methods known as pre-sale. Now, these are meme coins. Okay, we have a selection of meme coins on the Solana ecosystem that unfortunately are no longer there. Okay, and as a result, we've seen $26.7 million lost from investors. Now, this, of course, number is approximate. It's what the data is suggesting to us. It might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less, but it gives you a bit of an idea. Only 1 month has passed and 12 of the Solana pre-sale meme coins have completely abandoned after raising 180,000 Solana. So, you know, depending on when this was written, this particular tweet or post on X, it shows us $26.7 million just basically gone in these ICOs, these kind of pre-sales, these kind of things. And it's rather unfortunate because for every good, strong, solid project there is out there, there are, of course, those that are only after money, quick money, money grabs in the space. And unfortunately, Solana has seen a fair share of those in the last few months. And so the question becomes, is this something that's going to consistently happen, or is there going to be some kind of protocol that actually deals with these kind of rug pulls at these early stages? Because I think there's a need for something out there to rectify these millions and millions of dollars in losses. And I tell you one thing, it won't be the SEC that will be your saving grace. I think there has to be a decentralized way to deal with this. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or whether you've been affected by these 12 projects that have unfortunately abandoned ship after their ICOs, after their pre-sales, and were you a part of the $26.7 million of losses? From bad to worse. Unfortunately, FTX is set to auction off its next lot of locked Solana tokens. This could be setting Solana's price action back a fair few steps. So the FTX estate's next sale of locked Solana tokens, which has already garnered a high level of interest from buyers, will take place in the form of an auction rather than a set sale price. Following the estate's sale of $1.9 billion worth of Solana tokens to the industry firms such as Galaxy Digital, the next sale will be an auction. According to the figure CEO Mike, exact details of the sale have not yet been revealed, and FTX did not immediately respond to a request to comment on this potential sale or auction. The locked Solana tokens, which made up the largest percentage of FTX digital asset holdings at the time of collapse, has attracted strong interest from buyers willing to take the risk of paying a discounted rate for the locked Solana tokens, which may not be sold until a certain date in the future. This is something that we've been talking about on the channel for quite some time, and one of the reasons that we kind of have been keeping a little bit of distance from Solana itself. The locked tokens is going to cause a significant amount of downward price pressure. But there is good news. The good news is that these tokens will not be released yet. This is a date in the future. I believe that this is actually around March of 2025. That means that there's still plenty of time to the upside before we have to worry about all those unlocked tokens dumping on the market. One of the things that I am very confident on, though, is seeing a lot of that VC capital coming back out of Solana when they get the opportunity to do so. So we have to be very cautious with our Solana positions, as we do have a bit of a, expiry date on any potential bullish movements for Solana. Until those tokens are unlocked, though, I think we have a squeeze on the supply and an interesting increase in demand that is pushing the price of Solana to new all-time highs. The question is, are you going to be holding those bags all the way through that bull market and letting those VCs basically dump their bags on you when their tokens are unlocked? Hopefully you are not going to be that guy. Hopefully you are going to be the one who is selling your tokens to, people who are believing in the long-term picture of Solana. Hopefully you're able to exit your positions before the VCs can exit theirs on you. You can let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below, but I do think that until those tokens are unlocked, Solana is a reasonably safe play in the crypto space, which of course is a high risk play. So in terms of all cryptocurrencies, I think Solana is in a pretty decent position where we're likely to see a continued run to the upside up and towards 2025. Afterwards, though, I do think we are likely to see a lot more selling pressure, and we are likely to see a unfortunate move to the downside, and soaking up some of that supply in that next bear market could be one of the wisest decisions we make as crypto investors. So to kind of wrap everything up, guys, I do see some interesting price movements in the charts for Solana. A move up towards $200 is potentially on the horizon, but we must first of all break out of that bearish pattern that we are seeing to the downside. We have to first of all see if we can get above $165, close that position, and then really assess whether or not we have the potential momentum to take us towards $200. There's some fantastic meme coins on the Solana ecosystem with some new ones launching. Hopefully they won't be rug pulls like the 12 that we've spoken about before, and unfortunately not add to that loss of $26.7 million. Hopefully that is not the case. And of course, some fantastic developments with dealing with the congestion and hopefully helping with all those transactions on the Solana chain. So guys, why don't you check out this video here where I'm discussing what's going on with Ripple's XRP and some of the things that could be unfolding there, which see potentially some fantastic returns on investment.